Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Oh, brother! Welcome to the Value of Wrestling. Welcome to the IWCP, the Independent Wrestling Community Podcast. I'm the big time. I'm here with El Uno Supremo, and we're here to get you all ready. And as soon as you put on this headband, brother, that Outrunner power runs through the veins.
I mean, hell, look, I grew hair. I grew hair, ladies and gentlemen. I grew hair.
We grew hair. We put on the headband. All of a sudden, we got hair. Hair coming out of everywhere. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the big time. We are here with El Uno Supremo. Coming off last night's AEW show, Dynamite and Collision in Sacramento. Good, solid show. Lots of fun. Lots of entertaining stuff. We had to pick up some Outrunner headbands, so we'll have fun with those as we go forward. Some of the craziness that goes down. But ladies and gentlemen, we're here to talk about independent wrestling. Independent wrestling is what we love to talk about. Lots of independent wrestling last night. Some big names around the show. Of course, if anybody was paying attention and knows, they know a gentleman that we've had on this channel before was on the show, acting as security. Definitely tackled and holding down MJF, the Dart Fox, the Obsidian Adonis Illumine, playing security at AEW last night. And local stars, Starboy Charlie was there, got in a match. He teamed up with Titus for a match on Collision, which you'll see on Saturday night against Joe, Shibata, and Hook. So luckily, Mr. Z was lucky he wasn't there last night, because then we'd be on a hunt for Titus Alexander, so he could sign up for the Choppy Hall of Fame. But I'm sniffing that really close. That might come to fruition within the next 30 days. It might get done before we go to Vegas. I just got to figure out if we have a backdoor in, because there's a big show coming up on April 4th. The big battle there, West Coast, and Big Time Wrestling.
Yeah.
So that is going to be going down.
Now that we're looking so beautiful in this look, I mean, should we start rocking these for the Metal Mechanic?
Well, let's see if we can headbang without losing our hair first. Or heads, whatever you want to say. But anyways, yeah, that would be something interesting. You never know. Anyways.
You would think people turn in right now, they're like, what the heck is going on? It's a time warp, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Value Wrestling. Welcome to the IWCP, where we talk everything independent wrestling. It's been busy. We just saw AEW last night. Lots of great stuff coming up in the next few days. As always, it looks like Oasis Pro Wrestling has a big match on Sunday, March 9th, going up against AEW's Resolution. This is going to be the show over at the Cornerstone at 2367 Shattuck Avenue in Berkeley, California. They got a Future Stars of NorCal Battle Royal going down in the house on March 9th, this Sunday. One-on-one, super crazy. Yes.
Ooh.
Legendary luchador, super crazy, going to take on new, young, upcoming NorCal legend, a member of Noah, Titus Alexander. So Titus Alexander is going to tie it up one-on-one with Super Crazy after his showing at AEW on Collision. Also in action, the Pacific Sea Championship ladder match is going down when this last spinebender, Kenny K, takes on Sonico, Macero, Threat, Fatal, and Parisi, who I think we saw at the CCW show. So that's going to be a 6-way Pacific Seas Championship ladder match. Also in action, one-on-one with Prince Kumar. Chima will take on Midas Creed. In trios action, the world's freshest will take on Starboy Charlie and Millennium Mafia. And the second generation match, Bestia 666 with Damien 666 in his corner, is going to take on Journey Fatu. So all of that going down at the Bay versus the World. This is Oasis Pro Wrestling at the Cornerstone in Berkeley. Meet and greet with all these great wrestlers. Maybe that's something we should check out. Titus Alexander is going to be there. Maybe we could get your date with Destiny sooner than later.
Oh, no.
Anyways, that's what's going on with Oasis Pro Wrestling. So that should be a lot of fun coming out. That's coming up this weekend. Let's see. Let's look around and see who else has got stuff going on this weekend. If anybody, East Bay Pro Wrestling having shows this weekend also, down at 110 Second Avenue South, Suite D8 in Pacheco, California. East Bay Pro Wrestling, Mr. East Bay Pro Open Challenge is Dreamy Drew. Looks like he'll be having open challenge at this show. Jack Tracy going to defend the PSG Showcase Championship against Bishop Dorian, the final chapter in action. Busy weekend for that family. Another PSG Championship match. Nasty Brandon Nash taking on Flyboy Andrew Cass. And, of course, the tag team titles for East Bay Pro Wrestling on the line in a TLC match. So that'll be fun. And, of course, the heavyweight championship match on the line when sensational Sean Sims takes on the Mexican werewolf, El Chupacabra. So that's all going down in East Bay coming up here on Saturday night. Sunday is Oasis. Lots of wrestling action to get into.
Oh, yeah, no, that is a definitely stacked out card. I mean, geez. Folks, it's not that far from wherever you're at. Just take a nice little trip out there and check it out.
Speaking of independent wrestling was served on many sources last night. Illuminate was acting security. You had Titus Alexander. You had connections to Supreme Pro Wrestling all over AEW last night. And then on Tubi, on the returning Evolve, we saw more of SPW as Jack Cartwheel was a part of the show, part of the main event in a 6-man tag match. So SPW being featured even there, and some of the other gentlemen that have been on SPW that are WWE ID'd were shown in that opening preview. I don't know how I feel about Jack right now since he got to stand feet away from my favorite superstar of all times. He got to have a chat with one of my favorite superstars of all times, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. So I mean, I don't know how to feel about that one. I mean, Jack, if you want to make it up, just a little autograph from the Heartbreak Kid would be amazing.
That's cool though. I mean, I gotta finish watching it. I mean, obviously, it was a long night last night trying to watch everything under the sun, and then take care of other business, other means that had to get taken care of.
Yes. No, and of course I was out in full force right there in the front row. Lots of great things going on. The only thing I was disappointed about is I found out later Flaco Loco, who will eventually be on this channel, was at the show, and I didn't get to say hi. That was a little disappointing, but hey, it was a busy night, lots of things going on, but it was a fun night, solid night, and we'll have to see what happens. Of course, Raw coming through next month on the 14th, so that should be fun. The former Collectible Stampede heavyweight, former hardcore Collectible Stampede hardcore championship, West Coast was there. Unfortunately, he lost his title on the last video I seen. I don't know who exactly the champion is now, but yes, the former Collectible Stampede hardcore champion was in action.
Oh, nice.
Oh, we're not in action, but he was there at the show. What am I saying? He can't be in action. I'm tripping out here.
You never
skipping over my own words.
That...
Anybody else having major shows this weekend?
It's a slow start to a new month, and it's only going to get busier though. It's only going to get busier.
No, it'll be a busy month. West Coast Pro Wrestling having some big shows. One coming up on March 22nd. That's going to be top bill, and that's going to be a busy day for us, as we are going to be everywhere and anywhere. So that's going to be interesting. Let's see. Of course, March 22nd, busy day for us. Realm of Warriors Championship Wrestling brings you Love to Hate to. No card at this time, but we know Midas Creed's going to be there. Gangrel, the Last Spinebender, Kenny K, and El Tupacabra will be on that show. We'll have to wait and see if anybody else is going to be there. I believe Chima is going to be there, from what I understand, but we're still waiting to see what is going to happen. We're still waiting for some more matches to come from SPW, with 10 days left to go before SPW's last stop on the road, One Supreme Night, their 25th anniversary show. They Not Like Us, coming up on March 16th, just 10 days away, less than 2 weeks. And we don't have a lot of cards, so we don't have a lot of matches to talk about, not a lot of stuff to hype up. Tickets are on sale. You can go to the Facebook, follow all that. That's all down in links in the description below. So a lot of things still up in the air, a lot of things to still talk about. We know that major contender match, the triple threat for the #1 contender spot at One Supreme Night, Guapo Lupe, Bobby Callahan, and Chima, all going to go at it to see who will face Mr. Supreme himself, the One Supreme One, Illuminate, at One Supreme Night, the 25th anniversary show on April 27th. So, I mean, that is all coming up. But, yeah, we're still waiting to see what kind of matches we're going to see at that show.
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking about it, too. I was like, okay, we got a #1 contenders match. We'll make it a fair shot for these three guys. The only thing that could change the outlook on at the anniversary show is if someone mixes it up and we get a fatal 4-way. I mean, there is the possibility of potential to that, because I don't see this match being very friendly between these three men looking at that main event slot.
Well, I don't know about that. I think Guapo is going to be the sweetheart. Guapo's always going to try to play favorite, but I think Bobby and Chima definitely have built some heat up over the last couple months trying to take down Illumide. And they both are hungry for that spot. They're both hungry for that #1 contender spot. So, they're trying to get there. They're trying to get it done. We're just going to have to wait and see how that comes to play.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll
Oh,
be
definitely.
very,
I'm
very
excited for it.
interesting.
Yeah.
But we're also waiting to hear about May 11th. May 11th is that big event at the Scottish Rite Temple in Sacramento, Impound Mania Wrestling Rampage, where Rikishi's going to be. El Chupacabra, Big Ugly, supposed to be on that show with several other big major names. The Godfather of Swole, Mike Rain, just some of the other names that I see. Mighty Maya is going to be on that show. We love to see her again. Oh boy, this is a show we got to be at. It looks like Rod is going to take on El Chupacabra and Big Ugly in a three-way dance. To see Chupi and Big Ugly in the same ring one more time. Sydney Akeem, who looks like I believe that's the former Scripps, the former Reggie.
Yes.
Is going to be on that show. We need to get in on that show. I think we had somebody checking to see if they could get us a clearance on that one. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens there. But as we wait for Supreme Pro Wrestling to give us matches, we do know that coming up on March 22nd, we have Rumble Warrior Championship Wrestling in Lodi, California. But we also have the Matinee Mayhem at the Ugly Dojo at 2122 X Street, right off of Broadway, right behind the Pancake Circus, right behind the post office there on Broadway. And man, is this card stacked up. You're going to have Scoot Robertson taking on the Flyboy, Andrew Cass. And then who rules? Jules rules, or at least he thinks he does. Jules Raphael going to step in the ring, step in the Badlands of the ring when he has to step in the ring with that Mexican werewolf, El Chupacabra. So I wish the best for Jules. That's going to be an interesting matchup.
Well, I know you're talking about, Jules going one-on-one with Chupi, and we know what Chupi brings to the table. But you got to remember, Jules is coming off of that hot match that he just had with another legend, El Flaco Loco.
Yes. Yes, very much so. I'm confused now. It looks like they changed the matchup here. It looked like Bishop and Cairo Leone were going to take on one another, but now they've been put in a tag team together. Cairo Leone and the final chapter, Bishop Dorian, are going to team up to take on the boys of ADK, Aiden Andrews and Bryce Kuza at this Matinee Mayhem show.
Wow.
The Gator Boys, Timmy Rogan, going to be in action. And, of course, the Battle of the Rock Stars, the Meta Mechanic, going to take on the VIP himself, Nick Night Train. That should be a classic match. Classic.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Wow.
And the big question is to ask if somebody could fill me in. I guess this will be the first time at least we'll see it. I don't know if this will be the first time. But the Big Ugly is going to get in the ring at a Matinee Mayhem show, and he's going to take on Bring the Action Jackson. Yes, Chase Jackson is going to be in action. He's going to take on the Big Ugly, JD Bishop. This is going to be interesting to see. And I bet you there's going to be some more matches. Hopefully we'll get to see Flacco in action again.
Yes.
We got 6 matches. I mean, hopefully we'll see Flacco in action. That'd be great. Who knows who else will show up and take a chance to dance. But, yeah, March 22nd, going to be a busy day. Matinee Mayhem. You have the big show with Oasis over on the same day. Rumble Warrior Championship Wrestling, which we're going to go to afterwards. It's going to be a busy day.
Oh, yeah. No, we are definitely some busy men at this moment. And we're not even 3 months deep.
Yeah, no, it's getting up there. It's getting to be busy. So much stuff going on, and so many things still to come. We're getting only busier as we continue forward. 22nd going to be busy. Oh boy. we might miss out on the 22nd of March at Next Level Unauthorized, Next Level Pro Wrestling, the suplexing red Mexican CJ Dirt is going to take on Slam Jammin' with the Sultan and Trixie Kato, Jerry Gigolo, which means Jerry Gigolo will not be at the Ramble Warriors next show. In a hair versus hair match.
Oh.
Jerry Gigolo taking on CJ Dirt in a hair versus hair match.
Sounds like to me someone really does fear.
So the man who fears the value of wrestling so much isn't heard that we're going to be there and refuses to show up. He's going to go book himself on a different show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's crazy. It's crazy. Things are popping off, and we are just working our way to move forward. It's going to be a fun time. As you know, everything moving forward. This month, lots of great stuff. April, going to be lots of fun. And then moving forward into May, we are solidly getting things done as we keep pushing forwards. New stuff coming, always upgrading, always changing. Hoping to work forward here soon to a new look for the Value Wrestling. Getting real close to something special with that. So make sure you keep your eyes open for what's coming there, because you just never know.
Man, telling you, I think it's about time for a new look. We've had that one for a minute. It'd be nice to have a nice look. New scenery. A little bit of paint job. You know how it goes. Freshen up the place.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking closely. We're going to hopefully have next month. We do have a special guest coming up on the 24th show. We hope to get maybe some other big guests on the show as we progress forward. And as always, if you want to come talk about what you're doing on the weekend, reach out to us so we can get you on the air and let you talk about your big match that's coming up. Tomorrow's going to be a big day in the world of professional wrestling. Tomorrow, WWE 2K25 launches. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'll be bringing you a lot of details on that once that launches and plays with that. So that'll be fun. So we'll just have to wait and see how that all comes about. But yeah, lots of fun. And it's just a wait and see how everything comes forward from there.
Yeah, no, I'm still like on the fence about getting it, but I might as well pull the trigger. Check it out. I got the Xbox. Might have to give it a little swing.
No, it'll be a good time tomorrow. It launches. So we will have to see what it's all about. It should be a fun game. We'll see if it's any better. They've added a lot of features. A lot of people talking about it, so we'll see how it all works out. And, of course, we're going to do what we do each and every week. We're getting real close to getting some new stuff and seeing where we go from here. Every step of the way, things just get better and better for us. So make sure you join the Value Wrestling. Make sure you're a part of the Value Wrestling as we move forward, because we're going to keep you up to date on everything going on, where you can catch some great professional wrestling. So you might want to tune in. Make sure you stay focused right here, because I mean, March 22nd, Ugly Dojo Matinee Mayhem Ramble Warriors Championship Wrestling Love to Hate 2, and of course March 16th is SPW's They Not Like Us, the final stop on the road to One Supreme Night, the 25th anniversary. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, tomorrow is the launch of the Queen of the Ring. Not about Charlotte, but this is a biopic of Queen of the Ring, which tells the story of Mildred Burke, a female wrestling trailblazer. It hits theaters tomorrow. And you got some big names doing their things. You got people playing Mae Young and Mickey James going to be in there playing the Fabulous Moolah. Camille in there playing June Byers. Tony Storm in there playing Carla Mortson. Naomi in there. Britt Baker in there. And even Jim Cornette is in this film. So a who's who of wrestling in this film. It is not about Charlotte Flair, so don't get upset. It's not about the Queen of Hearts or the Queen and Charlotte. No. This should be a very interesting, awesome pick. So if you want to go find a movie in the theaters tomorrow. There's one to go check out. Hopefully it is good. We'll just have to wait and see how it turns out. I think we're getting close to the Dark Side of the Ring returning. I have to check on that again and see when that's coming on, because that is always a good watch. They got some good stuff coming out there. And rumor is, go ahead.
Doesn't AEW have a pay-per-view this weekend?
Well, this is independent wrestling. I gave AEW all the love they needed.
Right.
And yes, if you want to know,
Okay, you're good.
Yes, if you want to know, Tony Khan came out and did his Kime Top joke. Yep, he did it. I know
you were excited. Some of those, I have to tell you, some of the pictures that I've seen of Tony Khan out there live, and it's like, okay, we've seen him from a distance, and I'm like, okay, cool. But seeing him up close and personal from some of the photos I've seen, I'm like, yeah, there's something. There's something.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, a big thing going on. We're talking, if you're paying attention to Matt Cardona, he is looking to do his own indie show. He's talking about booking Indie Mania. Who should be on the card? I gave him a list of names. I know quite a few names on the independent circuit that should be there. I mean, if you're going to have an Indie I guess you got to talk about first some of the big names. Big Ugly Sir Samurai, El Chupacabra, El Flaco Loco, and the list goes on and on. I mean, we can throw Scoot Robinson, Illumide, the Nathan Brick, we can throw in Jason Xavier, we can throw in Journey Fatu, we can throw in who else is out there on the independent? I don't know if Travis Alexander qualifies for independent, even though he's with Noah, but let's throw him in there. Charboy Charlie, Midas Creed, hell, let's throw Jekyll's in there for fun. Let's get the side piece in there, Truex. I mean, hell, we could give you a whole list, Matt Cardona. Oh, let's throw the Stoner Brothers in there, right? The Stoner Brothers. Hey, let's get the Stoner Brothers against the Outrunners. There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's looking to book Indie Mania. Go ahead.
As long as he's looking to chop, as long as he chop them and not me, we're good.
You want to get chopped by Matt Cardona again? Okay, we'll make that happen. WrestleMania weekend. He will be at WrestleCon. We can go talk to him, and we could do a repeat. Anyways,
a repeat.
Yes. Here's some of the rules he's making up for this Indie Mania show. Number one, if you do not sell merch before the show, you will not be wrestling on the show. I don't think you can complain about that. Number two, if you go over your limit, the match is a draw. LOL. Let's see. Yeah. I know he had another one here. I got to find it. I got to scroll through. Number three, I will provide water bottles backstage for the roster. If you're caught taking a water bottle and not finish it, leaving a half full water bottle backstage, you will be fined. Just to make sure people understand and can clarify that. So these are some of the rules so far Matt Cardona's came up with. I love to see Matt Cardona throw an indie show. And Matt Cardona, you need to reach out to the Value Wrestling. Everybody needs to let Matt Cardona know he needs the Value Wrestling to be there to help promote, presentate, and be a part of the show on some level. Help you out that way. Oh, yeah. That would be fun. But it was cool. Oh, yeah. Last night was cool. I got to say hi to Bishop Dorian. I got to say hi to Big Ugly. West Coast was there. We got to shake hands. A lot of the fans that have known SPW, that know all these guys, they were there. Brian Joseph was there. Lou Devereaux was there last night. Saw Bobby Bayou there last night too. Of course, I see El Flacaloco was there. Sir Samurai was there. And yeah, and then afterwards, I heard a lot of people know who SPW is. We just needed to boost the crowd. A lot of people were excited to come out of that show and hear that there's independent wrestling going on that may just not have known, which is strange. But we're trying to get the message out. Come help out, everybody. If you want to see some good independent wrestling here in Northern California, this is the place to be, and we're going to keep you aware. we're going to keep you in line with everything going on. And if you look at our numbers since last night, we're at 1,202. So big boost in numbers. We were sitting at 1199 last night, and we jumped up a couple of numbers. Hopefully we'll add some more people, get people to watch us here on the Value Wrestling. Join us each and every week. The IWCP every Thursday. We may be back tomorrow, depending on what's going on. We'll be around Sunday with the Weekly Roundup podcast. If we watch this AEW pay-per-view, we'll let you know what it was like. Was it worth it? Was it not worth it? I don't know. It is what it is. I know I'm wearing some AEW gear, but
we can't deny the headbands. I mean, it's the Outrunners. I mean,
no.
It's like best thing going.
No, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for being here, brother. Yes, when you put on the power of the Outrunners and feel the power running through your veins, you get fired up. Yeah, join the Value Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you ring that bell for notifications. Give it a big thumbs up. Stay with us. Stay tuned. We got so much more coming on the big time. That's Mr. El Uno Supremo, Mr. Z. Tell him good night, sir.
Good night, folks.
We'll see you on the next one.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is